Dear teachers, welcome to TLS coaching session. Today we will discuss a new topic, equity and equality in education. Before going into this topic, please go through these questions and try to answer as usual. You will find the correct answer by the end of this session. Equity and equality. Understanding the distinct difference between this equality and equity is very essential for resolving issues faced by disadvantaged students in the classroom. Equity and equality can both do good, but as an educator, your goal should be equity because equity means being fair. When a group focuses on equality, everyone has the same rights, opportunities, and resources. Equality is beneficial, but it often doesn't address any specific needs. If you see this picture, you will get to understand the correct difference between the equality and equity. In this picture, as I told you, equality is beneficial, but it doesn't address the specific need. In this picture, all the three individuals is given a tool which is of same size and shape, but it didn't serve the purpose. Another example is giving each student to take a laptop home, for example, will not address the students who don't have internet in their house. Even if a school is equal, some students may still struggle. Equity, on other hand, provides people with the resources that fit their circumstance. World Health Organization has defined the social equity as the absence of avoidable or remedial differences among groups or people. Schools that prioritize equity provide resources to overcome the specific challenges. As a whole, equity is a virtue of being just, even-handed, and impartial, whereas equality is described as a state where everyone is at the same level. Equity is means, it is the way or it is an instrument to avoid the difference, whereas equality is a end, that is a conclusion. Equity is fairness and equality is being even. Equity sees the differences and attempts to counteract unequal individual opportunities, whereas equality, sameness and treats everyone as equal. In equity, people will have what they need, whereas in equality, providing everyone the same thing. So, as a teacher, these are the tips which have to be kept in mind for promoting equity in our classroom. Remember that every child is different and has unique needs. Evaluate any challenges that students face and, if needed, offer support or resources. Cultivate an environment in our classroom where every student feels heard. Encourage them to speak out against unfairness and let you know if they are facing any hardship at home or in class. Parent engagement is again very helpful way to resolve the challenges involving equity. Teachers has to be provided with equity training in school so that they will know how to resolve the common barriers. Here we have another important thing to discuss, that equality and diversity. Equality and diversity or multiculturalism is an idea of promoting and accepting the difference between people. Equality is also important. Equality is about ensuring individuals are treated fairly and equally, no matter their race, gender, age, disability, religion, or sexual orientation. Diversity is about recognizing and respecting these differences to create an all-inclusive atmosphere in the classroom. Promoting equality and diversity in education is essential for both teachers and students. The aim of cultivating equality is to create classroom environment where all students can thrive together. In general, equality is generic. That is, it is related to a class or group and it is not specific. Whereas equity is adaptable. Equality is group focus where all the members of the group are provided with the same resources irrespective of their need. Whereas equity is individual focused and the content and the resources are provided based on the requirement. Equality is being equal, whereas equity is fairness. Now let us discuss the questions and answers. Which of the following practice is most likely to ensure equal opportunities to learners? We'll go from option D. Giving all students the opportunity to participate in the classroom activities that will not serve the purpose of attending their needs. So, this will not ensure the learner to attain improvement. So, this cannot be the right answer. Coming to the next one. Giving students standardized tests that accurately measure their ability. Standardized assessment means all the test takers are supposed to answer the same questions and all answers are graded in the same predetermined way. So mostly it will be of multiple choice where you will not be able to understand the differences and will not be able to provide the equal opportunities where it will serve the purpose. Next, again, it is related to standardized use of classroom assessment, which will not provide equal opportunities for the learners. Option A, giving students various multi-level activities and allowing them to progress according to their ability. So, as a teacher, the student has to be provided with the multi-level activities, which is related to their progress and it is given according to their ability. So this is the correct answer according to the question which is given here. So which of the following practices is most likely to ensure equal opportunities for learners? The learning should happen based on their ability. So it will happen only if it is given to their like and learning style. Next question. Which of the following practice would most help teachers promote equal opportunities in the classroom? Okay. Let us now go to section D. Using hands-on activities. Hands-on activities help the students in kinesthetic learning and allows the students to experiment with the trial and error. Only those students who are interested in this kinesthetic activity will be motivated by this method. Not all of them. C. Planning lessons that reflect the uniformity of the students. To reflect the uniformity of the students, it is not giving opportunity for the students to develop their learning ability. So this also will not be the correct answer. Coming to this, using a variety of assessment. So in a class, there will be students of different learning styles and different ability. based on their learning ability and the variety of their learning style. The using of the assessment method also has to be varied. When you structure diagnostic assessment around your lesson, you will get the information you need to understand about the student's knowledge. Same way, if you are using formative assessment, it will help the teacher understand the students' learning while they teach and adjust their teaching strategies according to their need. So, using a variety of assessment method will help the teacher understand what is the need of the student, how she can or he can change the teaching style, and give equal opportunities for the students in the classroom. So B is the correct answer. Coming to A, using stereotypes in examples and resources. So using a stereotype example and a stereotype resources in all classes are not going to give an positive response in the class where there are variety of challenges which is shown by the different ability students. So the answer for this question is using a variety of assessment. 1 is A and 2 B. Thank you.